So welcome to my first episode of What's in My Jewelry Box. I have a lot of stuff I've collected traveling around the world, antique stores and what have you, over the past 4 decades. So I think today we're just going to explore level 1, and I'll try to remember to the best of my ability where I found this and where it's from and why it was important to keep for me. So, welcome to What's in My Jewelry Box. I'm making this video because I realize I have more male prescribers than female prescribers, which is great, but I want to balance out my male and my female subscriptions, and I thought this might be fun for the ladies and people who enjoy shiny, interesting things. Some of it will be beautiful, some of it will be classic, some of it might just shock you, but I guarantee you, you won't be bored. So let's see what's in my jewelry box. First we have this. This is a Native American piece, actually. And the reason that I found this so beautiful and intriguing was that people don't do beadwork like this anymore, and it's a full collar. It's a full collar, and it's just amazing, the color and what have you on it. Look at that detail. And I picked it up for a very reasonable price. I was very shocked. And you see this over something very plain like a white shirt or a beautiful white dress shirt, or even just with a beautiful dress with just exposed neckline. You can see why this is a very intriguing piece of jewelry that someone put a lot of work into. I mean, look at all that. It's really quite magnificent, you know? So, our next piece. This is an actual native bear claw choker. You cannot buy these anymore. It's illegal. I bought this around Mount Rushmore back in 1983. I was just a kid, and they were having a powwow there, and it intrigued me so much that I just had to have it. Look at that. I mean, cruel, possibly, but back then people didn't think of things the same way as they do now. And this is just a really cool piece. Really, really cool. Authentic Native American choker. This is a piece a friend made for me, and she had a lovely shop in Columbus, Ohio called Byzantium, and she would collect various beads, and some of them were thousands of years old, hundreds of years old. They were from Tibet, they were from Egypt, they were from all over the world, and they made very beautiful jewelry there, and they sold loose beads. The shop no longer exists, but it was an amazing establishment and a real asset to the community for over 20 years. I believe the red beads may be red coral. I like collecting natural stuff and indigenous craft because it's also endangered now. It's so endangered that I think it's going to be very valuable as gemstones in the near future. This is something funny. I don't know where I got this from. Focus camera. Let's see if we can focus here. There we go. Swing! Oh, there we go. Swing! Anyways, I'm sorry it's not focusing better. It's a little silver segmented penis, and when you pull the back of it, it actually gets... here we go. Wang! Wang! I just had to have it. So obscene and hysterical. What else do we have? This is unusual. There's actually, like all over the world, there are native Japanese. And this is a hand-carved wooden pendant from the tribe of native Japanese that live in the far northern islands of Japan. They're a fascinating culture, and I recommend you looking them up and looking at their crafts and their culture. It's very similar to the Native American culture or many different native cultures around the world. Aha! Here's my hidden obsession with beautiful things that are weapons. This is a thorn ring. It looks like a claw or a rose thorn, and it's sterling silver, and it's beautiful and possibly deadly. This is kind of beautiful, but I lost a leg on it. It's a brooch. And it's a spider. It's Polish amber and sterling. So it's just a really nice pin, but I need to have the leg replaced on it because it was very fragile and it broke off. You can see the amber. It's a sweet little piece. As you see, I like very strange pieces of jewelry that make a statement. What else do we have? This is a really neat piece. This was from a family of beaders by the name of Kohler. I purchased this in the 80s, and you can see it has these incredible silver skulls, which are kind of like miniature versions of the famous crystal skulls from South America. And then it goes down into all these amazing antique ruby glass beads and what have you. Sorry, the camera's having a heck of a time focusing. But there we go. And then it comes down to these amazing power crystal, which I'm not really into crystals, but this piece was just, it was just so, it felt like it had real energy, real magic to it, real power. So I said, I have to have you. I have to wear you. Let's see. What else do we have? This is a very understudied piece, but again, it's not all as it appears to be, because if you look up this is a mixture of African and Ethiopian beads, and if you look at these tiny phallic symbols, phallic beads, these are actually very, very old silver Ethiopian penis beads. And they're very cool, and the rest are very old African trade beads and what have you. Very, very cool. I guess I should have had a piece of white paper set up. Probably easier for the camera to focus too that way. Let's see if that works. Aha! There we go. A little bit better, huh? Yeah. What else? I think that's pretty much it. The rest are just funny little schmatas. My nephew found this Native American arrowhead back in the field behind his house, and he gave it to me. It was a very sweet gift. And the rest is schmata. So that's level 1. Level 1 of what's in my jewelry box. Oh, I lost one. This little guy is cool too. Again, I like funky stuff. Looks like he's not going to focus either. Check him out. He's like a little flying naked guy made of some type of silver or bronze. Okay, stay tuned. We still have a whole nother level of what's in my jewelry box.